Big shout out to everyone watching this day on point. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for everyone that is here. Big shout out to Amy Conway, as always, here in the chat. Boss lady in the chat. Advise them to please make sure everybody click like, subscribe, and share the content. Just put a minute, microscopical sample of DNA on that like. Stop playing with me. We are back to the big channels. Jrod on point. Big shout out to Twistle Stick. Tonight, I don't have to say, well, Diesel. I don't have to say it today. Where's Tinsel? Where's Twist? I don't have to say it today. Big shout out to my guy. Very so much appreciated. Big shout out to Twistle Sticks for being here. The Idaho full Bryan Kohberger legend of the courtroom. Twistle Sticks. I'm very honored, very appreciated to be here today. Please make sure to click like, subscribe, and share the content for everybody to know that we are here. It's very so much appreciated. And thank you for all the donations to the Cash App, the On Point family. Thanks to your donations, we are able to, for free, give you the best true crime content creation that we could possibly give you. Very honored to be here in this morning, this amazing, fabulous Friday. I gotta say thank you for Amy Conway for reminding me today it was Friday. Thursday to Friday. Showtime. I appreciate Amy Conway. I do not know why would I be or what would I do here in YouTube without her and many other amazing moderators that we have in this channel and in that On Point Weekend channel. So please make sure y'all go and subscribe to that On Point Weekend channel. Small channel, 600 subscribers. Thanks to you. We got 2.4 here. I need those 2.4 that are here to go over there. Sucks. I know. Listen, here in YouTube is some bullshit. Big shout out to everyone. Where's Lucy? Where's Lucy? Where's Kane? Twistle in the house. Twistle Sticks is in the house today. Can't believe that shit. I'm honored today. Shit, it's gonna be a big time live stream today. Well, hush. Oh, Kane is live. Okay. Big shout out to Kane. Big shout out to Kane. I haven't seen the brother for so long, man. Listen. Where's Christy? Chaos. Where's Trish? Kiely, Cindy, Joanne. Joanne from Utah. She don't get picked up by Michelle no more, so she don't care about me no more. I was good only when I used to. Joanne used to care about me when I used to defend her from Michelle. It's okay. Listen, she over there back to Lana. Twistle said, "You been hiding, bro." Nah, man. Listen, I've been at the On Point Weekend channel. I'm trying to develop. I'm trying to grow a new channel. It's been fun. You know what I'm saying? This channel is like for special occasions like today that we going back to the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case to talk about investigatorial leaks, the broken plea book, and more. We're gonna have more conversations about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. I wanna send a shout out. I wanna send a big shout out to a very important content creator in the YouTube true crime content creation. I want to send a shout out to Casper West. I want to send a big shout out to Casper West. It's been a while, but he put out. I just catch up with a very latest video that he put out about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case and how the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case is being used in legacy media to be compared to compare other cases to the Idaho full, like the Idaho full was a crispy, clean bottom line. Oh, he admitted it. Shut the fuck up. And now they're using the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case as reference and ideas for other true crime cases, actually latest true crime cases in 2026 being compared to the Idaho full and Bryan Kohberger case. Twistle Stick say I've been avoiding Idaho full. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, brother, at all. I do not blame you at all, bro. Cause see, if you ask me, it's so many true crime cases out here as we speak that I believe they deserve our conversation. I believe and I feel deep, real deep in my heart that. Big shout out to Tickle Bites. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Popping up out of the left field. It hit there from big shout out to Tickle Bites. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much. I appreciate it. So, how, like, whoever is here in the chat, because it's been a while, and I really want to talk to you. It's been a while since last I was here in the big channel, which my sincere apologies. I have neglected ya. I'm very apologetic for that, and my sincere apologies to the Jrod On Point community, the On Point Rican, and the On Point family. I'm very apologetic for neglecting y'all here in the big channel. But again, it's for a good cause. I've been trying to force y'all to go to the On Point Rican channel. It's like, you miss me? You know where I'm at. Click like, subscribe, share the content over there. It's just too much stupidity around the Idaho, but now it's about to pop off finally. You see, Twistle, I think we could agree though. I think we could sincerely agree that we have seen the horrendous case of the Idaho fall. I think we could all relate that this case, since the very early stages of this case, we did not know that it was something wrong. Like we did not know far as evidence or whatever was being shared by authorities. But we felt in our heart like we I think we could all agree that we felt very early in this case that something was wrong. We could all agree with that. You know, Twister said, bro, they have Bryan GPS location 30 minutes from Moscow before they arrested him. And that's one of the things that is been driving this case upside down, because it's, you see, the Department of Justice at this day today is my opinion that the Department of Justice is compromised. Is my opinion. I believe the Department of Justice is not rendering services to us, we the people. In my personal and very profound opinion, I believe that not just the Department of Justice, but also United States of America is being compromised, and it really doesn't look nor feel like the United States of America that we've been knowing for so many years. Again, I'm 48 years old. 48 years in United States territory and in United States. I could speak only by my own experience, and United States of America do not feel like the United States of America that y'all teach me to love. So if when I was born, you teach me to love a United States of America that you pretend to be, but then out of nowhere we start feeling like, well, if this is the United States that we learn to love, how it comes that it feels so strange. Big shout out to Kiely. Thank you so much for being here. Twisted Stick said it definitely is. The government doesn't work for us, they work for the elites. I totally agree with that, Twizzle. I totally agree with that. At this day today, big shout out to Kiely, big sister in the chat, boss lady in the chat. Make sure that everybody say hi to Kiely. It's sad for me to agree with you, Twizzle. Why it's sad for me to agree with you, brother? Because I wish I didn't have to agree with you, bro. Because, you know, we don't want to have the conversation about United States of America being far away from what we learned to know. And let's get back to the Idaho 4, because it goes back full circle. Lately, I would like to say it's been years. I would like to say that it's been way before the Delphi case. I would like to say that it's been way before Summer Wells. I would like to say that this true crime fabric, I gotta watch my words. In my opinion, it's been years that it seems and it feels like true crime is being fabricated, engineered, And I think that's why one of the reasons why I decided to become a YouTube true crime content creator, because I have realized how plastic, how made up, and how not on point is being these criminal cases since years ago. So then now we go and we talk. A big shout out to Amanda Wallace. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show. Everybody, please make sure to welcome and make feel at home Amanda Wallace. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciate it. It has felt like true crime is being manufactured. It got to the point that when I started listening to YouTube true crime content creators and the way they put together their true crime, it felt like it was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding between what legacy media was providing to the people and what YouTube true crime content creators is being bringing to the true crime niche. Is very it's very uncomfortable to see that. Amanda Wallace said she agreed. Thank you so much. Very appreciate it. Kiely said they played these cases in the media. Yes. It's like now while they comparing the Idaho Full, when they use the Idaho Full Bryan Kohberger case as reference to certain cases, Kiely said no just stay anymore. Twister said, where'd the bear go? Every time in legacy media or YouTube true crime content creators use the Idaho Full Bryan Kohberger case as reference to another case, that one particular case erases a red flag for me automatically. Tuesday say I call Amy Bird. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Amy Conway. I did not know Twizzle. I did not know. That's new to me. Amazing. Big shout out to Twizzle. Very so happy to have you here today, brother, with us. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here on our live stream to have conversations. And by the way, while we here, before I continue with this excellent conversation about the Idaho Full Bryan Kohberger case, it's been a while that I've been here. So you know what though, I'm gonna drop the link just in case anyone wanna come and chit chat with me. I'm gonna drop the link because I know it's been a while. So you know, if anyone wanna pop up and have a conversation, we could arrange that. Oh no, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know if it's me, but I don't see it, and I don't like that. I don't see it. All right, there's the link. I don't know. I couldn't see it over here. That's weird. I couldn't see it there. But there's the StreamYard link for those that want to have conversation with Jrod on Point. It's an honor, as always, to have you here and have conversations with the true crime community here in YouTube True Crime. Please make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share the content. It's very important and it helps the channel to grow. It's very so much appreciated. Please make sure to click like, subscribe, and share the content. And you know what? While talking about that, while talking about how we see legacy media utilizing the Idaho phone Bryan Kohberger case, let's send a big shout out with some love to Casper West. I wanna, now that we're having that conversation, it's a perfect time to have to listen to Casper and talk a little bit about the same thing we're talking about right now, which is how the media is utilizing, you know, I don't know, it's some kind of brainwash, like some kind of fear mongering. You know, having these cases so complicated and making authorities and making prosecution and making law enforcement look inadequate, look not capable, not for the task, untrained, not trained, sloppy, rugged. Disgusting. Which the gaslight from legacy media and authorities, if you ask me, is on high levels these days. It's a lot of gaslighting. It's a lot of lies, misinformation, and it seems engineered. Like, I don't know. And I think you already feel it because Twistle Stick just said it a little bit ago, that he been avoiding the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, and I don't blame him for that. It gets to the point, like, for example, here you go, Jrod. Here you go. I have to. But if y'all go and listen to, for example, Jay and Bree, Joel, Lana, Birdie, etc., etc., etc. Because all the other ones is just the same, bro. Like, one says one thing and the other ones follow, and it's like, do y'all really seems how y'all look into the true crime community? Like, y'all look like coordinated. You know, when you go to a party and everybody's color coordinated because they said it on the group chat, hey, listen, let's make sure everybody get color coordinated. And then you go to the party and everybody's color coordinated. That's Twisted Stick bunch of dummies. I agree. But it feels like we humans, we all humans, we are by default have a gut instinct. By default, we do not know, but know. So sometimes when you go to YouTube True Crime to listen to a case, here's what's going on. People get tired of the same narrative, and then when you start elaborating the same narrative but with a different trajectory, but it's the same bullshit just being phrased different, it gets tiring. You see, I get criticized because I give other YouTube true crime content creators tough love. And then that tough love is being looked at, it seems like hate. Oh, believe me, there is some YouTube true crime content creators that, listen, as a beloved Christian that I am, I gotta admit and confess to my Lord Jesus Christ, there is a lot of hate in my heart. I gotta say, my heart knows, feel, and excel through hate. But I don't hate them. Twisted Stick said a lot of blatantly false is not theories. It's like, you see, this is why I'm so honored to have Twisted Sticks today with us. Listen, I love having critical thinking. I like to have conversations with thinkers. I like this. I like, keep it coming to us. Pause, no diddy, no doubt. Keep it coming, brother. The link is right there. I know you got StreamYard, bro. I seen your live streams. I haven't come through. I haven't, I'm subscribed to you, bro. I haven't come through, but I have to bless your channel, going by and having great conversations with you at the same way. Feel free to hit the link and have conversations with your brother from another mother, Jrod on Point. It's an honor to have conversations with you. And I honestly 100% agree with that, though. Because we could sit here and we could all have theories. We could all sit here and have a conversation on what we think. We could have conversations about whatever you want to call it, Occam's razor. We could have that chat. But it gets to a point. But it gets to the point. Then when you listening and you actually are listening to the information that a YouTube true crime content creator is providing to you about a particular case that you are interested to, due to that you have already formed your own conclusions about the case. Most likely, when we are roaming around looking for other people conversation about it, it's like we're looking for confirmation. They either don't know the evidence or can't comprehend it. You see, agree? The part of not comprehending, we could give a benefit of the doubt on that. That sounds to me as a benefit of the doubt word. That's a word that you giving them exactly, the justice of benefit of the doubt, which I agree with that. But I also gotta say there is a lot of malicious purpose, planned it, guided, address, gated intention on doing so. It's some YouTube true crime content creators that, again, I don't know if they do it as rage bait, knowing, like, in some cases, again, like the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case is very simplistic. Like, it's very simplistic. It is. The Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case is one of the easiest cases to comprehend in the whole history of true crime. It's not complicated at all. Twist will say, I'll be sleeping soon, otherwise I will come up. No worry, brothers. Listen, you are welcome here anytime. Anytime. You don't need no invitation to come up in the panel. You just gotta say, hey, bro, drop the link. I appreciate you, Twizzle. So like I was saying a little bit earlier, every time legacy media, YouTube, true crime content creators utilize the Idaho 4 as reference to other crimes in conversation, it raises red flags to me automatically. Then as soon as they utilize the Idaho 4 as reference, then I'm starting looking at that case in the same way I'm looking at Nancy Guthrie case. And it gives me the heebie-jeebies. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Because even on the Nancy Guthrie case, due to the whatever law enforcement know is being told by her own family members, which in my opinion, it don't matter how much they say they got cleared, they ain't cleared to me. They ain't clear to me. Listen, if grandma disappeared and you was the last one that saw grandma and you the last one with the story and is no indication of no one else doing this and it's only you. And then at this day today, you start listening to in the Nancy Guthrie case, like, oh, we got someone, but you couldn't frame him. Oh, we got another one. You couldn't frame him. Because you see, you could try to frame someone with DNA, but if that person got a solid alibi, you cannot frame someone with a solid alibi. You don't know they have that solid alibi until you go to try to frame them. Like the Nancy Guthrie case. Amy Conway said, not clear in my opinion neither. Thank you. In my opinion, they're looking for someone to frame in the Nancy Guthrie case. They are on the Idaho 4 stages of replacing the obvious suspects, which in this case be the Guthrie family itself, Samantha, and every other family member. The last name rhymes with Guthrie. Son-in-laws look shady to me. The only difference between the Idaho 4 and Nancy Guthrie case is that the Nancy Guthrie case don't have the pressure of multi-million-dollar losses just because some students didn't came back to college. So due to you need those multi-million-dollars in money, assets, right after the pandemic, which we all know the University of Idaho was about to shut doors down. In my opinion, not try to get no fucking lawsuits, but I welcome all the lawsuits that you won. I've been begging. I don't know why. People said, like, yeah, right, you stupid. Every time you say that, you know, like, I mean, it's true that the Goncalves don't dare to look this way. Hi, Steve. The University of Idaho with all those multi-million-dollars and all those lawyers and shit like that, they don't dare to come for me. Will you wonder why? I know. I do know. Have y'all seen Bill Thompson or anybody have heard from me being like, oh yeah, I have a cease and desist from such and such and such? They don't fucking dare. Yeah, I know. I'm a small channel. If I was getting the millions of views, y'all would have got a lawsuit. But guess what? I'm still saying what I'm saying with a lot of views or not. Anyone that come across my content will hear and listen to what I gotta say about that particular case. That's enough. They still don't dare. Why? Because they know discovery is a blessing. They know that everything that I've been saying here is purposely and tactically said daring them to do so. Because they know that I know, and I know they know. So due to that, it's not the same suing a TikToker. They're listening to spirits. It's not the same thing a tarot reader listening to spirits and telling you like, oh, he did it. Or listening to a YouTube true crime content creator that literally is on record. I'm in the discovery. You can find me. You should. But in the same way, it's a lot of shit missing in this case. I do not believe I'll be missing. Because listen, first and last name, 45-minute conversation with details and shit. Well, I'm being advised that this conversation is being recorded. You find me on Discovery. You hear my voice talking to these people like you ain't shit. Literally. Because I call them right when they clear family and some friends. Jack the code was never cleared. Soon as they cleared Dylan Mortensen, I was on the phone. I was like, you clear who? Let me tell you something. And you see, it's tough when you give the cops like with first and last name. Then now you liable, right? If you're giving false information, you're liable. So I give him some at this day today, which is at this day today relevant thanks to a fucking book. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher Whitcomb, Mr. AKA the FBI. Thanks to a fucking book. Now Jrod point is relevant. What the fuck? Listen, I thought I was already relevant because what I was saying. But it had to come a book from a total stranger we have never heard on the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case. He's a fucking total stranger. Brings a book out with great publishment. All legacy media, YouTube true crime content creators. Oh, and for some people, now Jrod is making make sense. Now. Bitch, you've been having the fucking details since day one. Twisted Stick say, apparently Sai is saying Quinn got to Moscow right around the time of the murders, but BK was 38 minutes away. And how we gonna have Stephen Hippler, the judge? We're not talking like this information came from a regular no one that is like just you never heard from, and this is like his first expert opinion in the case. We're talking about Cy Ray has locked up Everybody. Cyril always has worked for the state. And for the first time ever, he saw that it was inconsistencies on that CAS cell phone data that they put together for the secret grand indictment. He realized that it was information missing. They realized that to have the results that you press in a secret grand indictment against Bryan Kohberger, you needed to keep the draft. You needed to preserve the draft of how you got to those conclusions for the CAS cell phone data. So that way the defense team and the experts could recreate exactly what you did with the settings, with the program number, with the program edition at the time, whatever was used. You have to provide the information of how you went by business to get to those conclusions that got Bryan Kohberger indicted on a secret grand indictment. Why Bill Thompson went behind everyone's back and went straight for a secret grand indictment. You know why? Because he knew that the PCA and all this other shit that they did to get to Bryan Kohberger was bullshit. And they would have got called out for that. But so how we indict someone and keep everything in secret so we don't have to share however we did it on a protocol and process that is so controlled by me, the prosecution, bias process. They could indict a peanut butter sandwich. Amanda Wallace said, this began as a CI tip. Actually, it did not be I don't know why I heard Jay and Bree. I heard Jay and Bree talking for a second. I got a tick when I heard the word CI. Another word, parallel investigation. Oh, my tick is getting worse. Is it Jay and Bree here? Okay, Amanda. Okay, you very own opinion. Okay, cool. I respect that. Don't worry. No one judging. It just, I hear keywords like, no, you're good. You're fine. I heard keywords like that, and it just like, it gave me PTSD. You could see the tick. No, but it's true. The story as it was shared, you're right, as it was shared, not just through legacy media, but a lot of true crime aficionados. You're right. It begins with alleged tip from a CI, which at this day we know that it was the college police and WSU police. We Pullman giving the tip. Hey, we have a white Elantra here, if you want to come and look at it, you know what I'm saying? You want me to, look at it and which that there is a fact through court document. That's a fact that it was no CI involved or no tip of no CI involved to point out Bryan Kohberger. It was more a coordinated attempt to frame Bryan Kohberger utilizing WSU And this is how you know how the play start. Because how you gonna ignore 92 plus white Helantras allowed to park just at the University of Idaho? And then you also gonna ignore the hundreds of, probably thousands of white Helantra just in the locality of Moscow, Idaho. You're gonna ignore that this massacre was in Greek life territory. Greek life community is only a selected people that goes. Only people from the Greek life are the only ones allowed in that area. Ain't no outsider, regular peasant from Moscow, Idaho, they are not allowed to hang out in that. They are not. People don't get that. People don't get the part of, if you don't investigate 92 white Helantras from your own parking lot, they have bigger and better chances to have contact or know the victims or probably kill the victims. How in the heck you ignore, do not investigate not one of white Helantra that are allowed to park in the University of Idaho? Not one got investigated. But you get a tip. Motherfucker, I'll give you a tip against Jack Decole, Dylan, Bethany, Adam, and everybody else. I'll give you a tip with first and last. That it comes with consequences if I'm lying. And everything the fuck I told the police over the phone, everything came out in documents. No one knew that Jack Decole was the suspect number one. I did. Meanwhile, everybody's patting Jack Decole in the back and making him like a victim. Oh my God, Jack Decole. Oh my God, Murphy. I'm over here looking at y'all like just some stupid motherfuckers. I'm over here like hating and shit. Like who the fuck is y'all? To be like, oh my God, Jack Decole loves his girlfriend. He's a victim too. And I'm over here like, fuck y'all talking about? In reality, it was no tip from no CI. It was no CI in the. It was no CI. Yeah, they say it was a CI and all this other bullshit because they. I don't know why you want to hide that the WSU police gave up Bryan Kohberger. Why you want to keep it on the hush? Oh, because you knew that you skipped white Helantras from your own university to go the fuck across the state lines to get a white Helantra somewhere else when you have not investigated not one white Helantra from your own locality. You cannot do that. You can't, just because someone give you a tip or someone says something, like let's say me saying whatever the fuck I said that I already knew. Thanks to students that never went back to the University of Idaho. Yeah, that was my sources. And they know they safe. I ain't saying who the fuck it was. I don't want those kids to get killed. They know their life is at risk if I ever fucking say who the fuck told me what the fuck I know. Y'all already know I was in contact with Kara. Y'all already know Kara was telling me everything that he was in silence that nobody wanted to talk about. Big shout out to Jrod Green. Bro, your name got you banned, bro. Amy, if you still here, get him out of here. I could do it myself. Listen, I don't care if you come with good intentions to the live stream. I don't care if you come with good intentions, but if the name of your account is a troll, if the name of your account is a troll name, Like for true crime or for creators, whenever they shout out your name, they forced to say something stupid, you're gonna get blocked. So welcome to the stream, watching the back. Um, Parallel investigation. It was never a parallel investigation. Again, I'm not talking no shit on Amanda. I appreciate Amanda and what she's saying because she's allowing me. No, you're good. You're good, Amy. You're good. Amanda is allowing me to express my takes on this particular topic. Oh, you're good, Twizzle. You're good, bro. You're good, man. Hey, listen, if I'm helping you to go to sleep, bro, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, parallel investigation. It was never a parallel investigation. Why you say that, Jrod? Because as soon as the name Bryan Kohberger pop up to the scene, they ignored Jack DeCour. Jack DeCour investigation was it was bad. They knew that he didn't have no alibi. Jack DeCour only they know Jack DeCour only alibi was not even accepted by the court. And the only way they could have saved the University of Idaho, because again, they don't care about Jack DeCour. They don't. They don't. They don't care about Jack DeCour. They don't care even about the victims. We could tell that. Okay. And we could tell in the way they have proceeded with the pass of the years. It was no parallel investigation because soon as Bryan Kohberger name pop up, they stopped Jack DeCour's investigation without results. Why without results, Jrod? Because the results that they got were inconclusive. Allegedly and apparently. So soon as the name Bryan Kohberger pop up to the whole play, they stopped investigating Jack DeCour. They literally stopped. They didn't find him innocent, and he was looking. It was so many tips against Jack DeCour. They needing someone else to cover this shit. They had so many tips against Jack DeCour. It's incredible. Okay, this is why Olivia Goncalves was like, "You need to stop gossiping about this case. Let the cops work and this and this and that." But she's the first one that goes into her sister's account and allegedly and apparently started deleting a whole bunch of shit. That's tampering with evidence, if you ask me, Olivia Goncalves. And that's why you thought that you was about to get arrested. They save you too, huh? I know. I know. Pew, 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 pew. So yeah, parallel investigation. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you. We got to clarify that it was really no parallel investigation with nothing else. It was none. Very much my own opinion. Yes, no, and I appreciate you. I'm not from you. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good, Amanda. We appreciate you having you here. Let me see. I was getting water for the kikis. Falling asleep. And Amanda said, okay, I should reward her. How I said it exactly as you said. I do believe he was framed, but could the framing begin as something that mastermind the club CIT? Does that make sense? Yes, it makes sense though. Because you see what at some point, I don't know if you remember when Molly came all about. When Molly came all about, people started saying that Molly was the person that was the CI. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember that. And yeah, it does make sense though, because exactly what you said, that's exactly what was the narrative back then. Like you are 100% right. I'm with you. No worry. I'm with you. Um, Yeah, yeah, know Michelle is always here hugging balls and shit. Michelle is always here hugging balls, and if he's not Michelle, he's fucking Dr. Sniffy. Caitlin say I have fallen asleep many times. Listen, if I'm helping you to go to sleep, I'm doing my job 100 to 100%. There is a Fed investigation, but it's not directly for the murderers. And listen, I hope by this day today is some kind of federal investigation into this case, because someone needs to pay for this bullshit. And I'm not talking about Bryan Kohberger, because shit, if you ask me, he was like the easiest patsies to frame. Especially if, within my opinion, if he volunteered for the task. Because, listen, man, in the way Ann Taylor worked around this case, I don't know, man. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I still do, but Ann Taylor is on my radar, though. Because it's things like the investigation against who leaked the information to legacy media. Ann Taylor could have postponed the trial. Ann Taylor could have fought back and her by law, because you need the resolution of that investigation for results in favor of your client. So now you have an excuse that you did not use to prolong the trial for you to get ready, prolong the trial until the court assess, process, and prosecute whoever did it. So you have to investigate and then prosecute, right? That takes time. You had all that time. You had all that. You could go to court and say, like, okay, judge, you're going to investigate this, but guess what? The freedom of my client depends on that investigation. So I request this trial to be postponed until the results and finalization of that investigation. Because if indeed this person gets accused, prosecuted, and found guilty of what you say he did, leaking information about this case, 9 times out of 10, the case against my client, it has grounds for dismissal on favor of my client. What Ann Taylor did. What Ann Taylor, listen, man, you should plead guilty, bro. What? When if it's a leak of any case, if it's a leak of a gag order case, 9 times out of 10, the case get dismissed. So now you're going to tell me that they purposely made Bryan Kohberger take a guilty plea when you could have just tell the judge, well, judge, if you are investigating this and you're prosecuting this, well, guess what? I need you to postpone this trial until you conclude that situation. Because if indeed this person leaked information from a sealed case, I demand this case to be dismissed with grounds of violations of the gag order by itself. Granted, Bryan Kohberger goes home. So what the fuck Ann Taylor make this man sign a guilty plea when it's a process right now investigated to prosecute someone about something that could have get him free? Is it me? How in the heck? Oh, is it her gonna use that later on? Is she able to whenever that concludes and it's official that he was a leaker for the case and whatnot. That's what y'all gonna use to appeal Bryan Kohberger's case. Let's listen a little bit to my guy that I've been having here holding for a while. Let me give a big shout out to Casper West, and let's listen to what he got to say. Big shout out to everyone in the chat.
Police in Idaho continue trying to piece together what happened in the moments leading up to the gruesome murder of 4 University of Idaho students. 1 week after their deaths, no suspects have been identified.
Police have reiterated that this appears to be.
No, big shout out to Amanda. Yeah, parallel investigation means when 2 investigations are running at the same time. What you mean about that's yeah, they work the case backwards. They get the name. After they get the name, then they get the evidence. They don't have no evidence until they get the name. That's not how you work an investigation. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. The investigation, especially in a case like this, the information that you utilize to get your killer is information that comes within. Is information within. None of the information within in this case were used against Bryan Kohberger because they made up everything. Just think about it. How we know that everything was made up? Okay, cool. If you say such and such about Bryan Kohberger, then he plead guilty, and then the first thing that you as a prosecutor say, like, oh, I'm glad that he plead guilty because I didn't have no way to prove that he was inside of that house. Oh, I don't think that he meant to kill Ethan and Santa. On the same breath? And I'm over here looking stupid. Hold on. I'm telling my girl, babe, did you just heard that? Did you just heard what Bill Thompson said, that he's happy that Bryan Kohberger plead guilty because you don't have no proof that he was ever inside of that house? And the judge heard that and didn't say like, whoa. You said what? Oh, hell no. I ain't taking this deal. Oh, what? Oh, you say you happy that Kohberger signed that deal because you didn't have no proof that he was ever there? Oh, what did that sound? Shh. Nah, fuck that. We're going to trial. And not just because you said that. Not just because you said that. I want a frank hearing. Now that you said that. Oh, and you telling me that you think that Bryan Kohberger didn't meant to kill Ethan and Santa, but you charge him with murder one? Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. Listen, ain't no one could tell me that I've been wrong for the past 3 years when everything and anything that I have said here, it has come full circle at this day today. And big shout out to Amanda. I appreciate you. You are a great commentary. I love your commentary. Don't worry. Keep it coming. Keep commenting. Listen, it's all tough love. I appreciate everything that y'all comment. Listen, it's all gravy and good. Let's continue.
Police in Idaho continue trying to piece together what happened in the moments leading up to the gruesome murder of 4 University of Idaho students. 1 week after their deaths, no suspects have been identified.
Police have reiterated that this appears to be a targeted attack with no signs of forced entry into the home. Continuing coverage tonight in the search for answers after a husband and wife were found shot to death.
That was a case here in Ohio that I really don't understand why they compared that case to the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Subconsciously, what legacy media is telling me is that the Idaho 4 perpetrator was the same type of perpetrator that in this case, the ex-husband, the ex was who killed them, the ex. So when you utilize the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, in this case, you telling me that it was the ex that killed the Idaho 4. That's why all these other people, all these other people that talks about this case, like legacy media and whatnot, they don't even know what they don't even know that subconsciously they parent the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case to this case, when this case was the ex that killed the couple. So they subconsciously, they're letting everyone know that it was Jack DeCole who killed Kiely and everyone else outside of Bethany and Dylan. Let's continue. We're stupid. We're so stupid. Stupid.
In their home in Wineland Park. Police say they found no sign of forced entry and no weapon inside that home along North 4th Street this week. ABC 6's Erin Simonek is learning more about the couple and what newly released 911.
So one of the first thoughts I had when I learned about Bryan Kohberger's astonishing sudden guilty plea was that only last summer in the Idaho 4, we report that his father, Michael, told a family friend that his son was innocent and that what happened in that house in November 2022 had been drugs related, and that Bryan.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is it me? Hold on. What?
Happened in that house was innocent, and that his father, Michael, told a family in the Idaho 4. We report that his father, Michael,
the Bryan Kohberger dad. I don't know if y'all know what I'm about to say. Listen, the chat went dead. The chat went dead. I don't even know if it's anyone watching no more. I see the number 21 people watching, but the chat went dead. I don't even know if y'all know what I'm about to say. I don't know. For those that have watched me for years and years and years, I don't know if y'all know. Kathleen said, I never heard this before. Me neither. Y'all already know what I'm about to say, do ya? Did we just find out who put the narrative of this killing had anything to do with drug deal going wrong? Did we just find out who started Jay and Bree? Who started True Crime Design? I'm not saying that he was behind it. But are you just telling me that all these fuckery about drug deal going wrong and all this other bullshit about gonzos and all this other bullshit, everything started because Bryan Kohberger dad thought, like, bro, you could say your son is innocent because you know that for a fact, or you know because you know, or whatever. However, you know that your son didn't do it, but then you put the other 2 cents about what?
Told a family friend that his son was innocent and that what happened in that house in November 2022 had been drugs related and that Bryan would be exonerated at trial. He also made some strange claims about that he believed the government was watching his house.
Yes, the government was watching their house while having a warrant to just knock on your door and pick Bryan. Like, that was stupid. But yeah, so now we have confirmation after so many years of from where the whole narrative of drugs being involved in this case, like drug deal going wrong and all these other narrative with the drug conversation, and I guess that's where the Aryan Nation and all these other J and Bree narrative and whatnot, all these other people that wants to say like, yeah, I believe that it was drugs involved with this and far as drug deal and the house being a drug pen and whatnot, allegedly. So now we know that it came from Bryan Kohberger's dad, and he got pushed around, and he have content creators talking about that. Because Bryan Kohberger's dad said that everybody will be dead if it was. That's my point. That's my point. If it was a drug deal going wrong, the drug dealer gonna think that everyone in that house play him out to consume his drugs and not pay for it. Everybody inside of that house that live there or don't would have died that day. I'm gonna tell you other thing. If it's drugs involved, it wouldn't be no knife involved. If it was drugs involved, it wouldn't be no knife involved. Ain't no one gonna make it. No, I pew 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 pew. Bye bye. And gone. Like, do you think it'll become all about business? It wouldn't be personal. It wouldn't be all about business. They slide the back door and they start shooting from the bottom up. They don't go all the way to where Kiely and Maddie is to kill him first and then come to the second floor. No. If they knew that backsliding door, because they wouldn't know that backsliding door, it just, if it's no shares in the bottom, that sliding door will open. If it's no shares holding the sliding door in place, you just gotta open that sliding door. You come in, and whoever's in the living room, you pum 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 pum, and then go upstairs and clean the house. You would have killed dog, birds. You would have killed anything and everything in the house, and you would be gone. With firearms, possible silencers and shit. It wouldn't be no knife involved. This was from the Patterson book. They went to say the same family friends, then told them BK was robbing her after BK best friend died on the OD. Yeah, I know. They were pushing all these stuff about drugs, about Kohberger and stuff like that, but it's like, come on, man. If someone kick a habit, if someone kick a habit when they're young and they change and then become someone, go to college and shit, like you cannot use that shit against them though. Big shout out to Amanda, though. I appreciate the commentary. You are amazing, Amanda. Thank you so much. Caitlin said this was personal. Yes, agree. Exactly, by all of them. Yes, everyone in that house would be dead. They would have knocked doors down and shit. Everybody would have got smoke. And it wouldn't be not even Murphy alive. Remember Steve said he didn't have to go upstairs. Yes, because Steve G was trying to blame Ethan and Santa, making it look like Ethan and Santa were the targets. Because he wanted to keep that whole narrative about Kiely and Maddie being the targets, because they wanted to protect Jack and Jake. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jake. This is why they're going to Calvin said that. Because they want to keep the girls away from being the target, while they actually Kiely was the main target. Maddie had to die. Ethan had to die. And this is how you know who did it. Because the people that died, it was the only people that would have snitched on him or snitch on them for killing Kiely. They knew that they needed to kill Maddie because Maddie wouldn't cooperate to cover this. Ethan wouldn't cooperate. Santa wouldn't cooperate. Why? Because they all four had the same tattoo and they know that all four love each other. So you know, if you go there and you kill Kiely, you have to kill the other three. Because they are going to snitch. They are going to tell on you. But you knew that Dylan would help you out. You knew that Bethany would not give a fuck and act like I don't want nothing to do with this. This is how you know who killed the Idaho 4, because they have not just full knowledge of the house. It has full knowledge of the resident and who would have cooperated and whoever was actually influencing the killing. Which, in my opinion, I believe that Dylan Mortensen, in my opinion, Dylan Mortensen was instigating the boys to kill Kiely and Maddie. I do believe that in my heart. I do believe that, in my opinion, that Dylan was instigating Kiely's death.
Police are no doubt probing every job, every relationship, every business dealing that Spencer and Monique Tepe ever had in search of anybody who might have wanted them dead. But police in Idaho did the same thing, and the killer turned out to be somebody completely off their radar, a random intruder bent on carnage.
The same thing that Steve Goncalves said in that interview. Steve Goncalves said, ain't no one gonna make me believe that this was a random suspect looking for victims. Because whoever killed my daughter and her friends knew them on a personal level. This is Steve Goncalves' words. So from that, how the fuck you flip on, oh yeah, I think Bryan Kohberger did it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. Don't do that. Don't gaslight people. And yes, Caitlin, I'm 100% with you. He was right. And in my opinion, he knew who could have done it. In my opinion, he knew who could have done it. That's why he said that. That was putting more pressure on Moscow PD and prosecution to find someone else if you don't want me to say who did it. If you want this to go away, you are going to find someone to blame ASAP, or I'm going to keep putting pressure on you until you do your job, which is make this go away. Because if you ask me, in my opinion, the Goncalves didn't give a fuck about Kiely. In my opinion, the Goncalves never gave a fuck about Kiely. Because if they ever did, they would not accept what happened in this case. They would not accept in the way Moscow PD and the prosecution work this case. They would not accept the having in the heart of hearts that Jack Decor he looks more guilty than anyone else. How the fuck? Yeah, welcome Jack Decor in your home after allegedly and possibly is more chance of him killing your daughter and her friends with his friends than anyone else.
Whether that's the case here in Ohio, we can't say. But the two cases have already shown a surprising.
Later on, we found out that in the case of Ohio, it was the ex that killed the couple. And it's always like that. When an ex coming to kill you, he will kill whoever else in that house. The reason why Dylan and Bethany survived is because they knew they would have cooperated with hiding this shit. They would have cooperated to fabricate everything and anything to not blame them. That's the only reason why they were alive. That's why no one went and kicked the door in to get it slid up. All like Caitlin said, like Caitlin said, which again, we already knew that it was DNA of a female. Maddie's nails, it was female and two males. It was two males and a female, which I told y'all, don't be surprised if the two males were Jack and Jake and the female was Dylan Mortensen. Again, the only reason why you would still be alive is because you probably took blows to kill him too. And that was the only reason why they did not kill you. And it was because you participated on the killing too. That wouldn't surprise me at all, Caitlin, because again, ain't no one gonna, it's no one person, it's not one killer is gonna leave you alive if either you participate, if you either participated on the killing or you was the one that instigated all. And that's why they're not gonna kill you, because you instigated the whole thing. So of course we're not gonna kill you. You actually got us into it. You know what I'm saying? Amanda said, do you think Steve knew the truth beforehand, since he's the one who declared JD in public eyes, right? Right. Back then, before Olivia and yes. In my opinion, Amanda, which again, this is not like It's not like the public. It's not like the most public take out there, or it's not the. But in my opinion, Steve Goncalves knew who did it. I don't know why you're gonna pick and choose a Jack Decor over your own daughter. I will never be able to comprehend that. Listen, man, I got kids. I got a boy and 3 girls. I got a boy and 3 girls at home. I would never, bro. You don't have enough money for me to switch on my kids. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have enough money, and not even the unlimited amount of money could make me as a dad to turn my back on my kid. That I lost nights of sleep to make sure they safe, to make sure they got their baba, to make sure they got their binky, to make sure that I change a diaper while mommy's sleeping, and I make sure that my kids are safe and sound. Do you think that I'm gonna go through all that to allow you to get away with the murder of my kid? I'll kill you myself. As a parent, you're not gonna tell me your kid is dead on a situation that I know she has a toxic boyfriend. That me as a parent have witnessed that relationship. And then my daughter leave her boyfriend for no reason. I know that things are toxic due to that. In some way, somehow, my daughter ended up dead. And her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, is her neighbor. Walking distance through a backyard, straight to the sliding door neighbor. Oh, Steve Jr. Yeah, Steve Jr. He's part of a fraternity within that Greek life community. And this is why I've been saying it from the very beginning. The Chapin saw how Ethan died. Macy and Hunter are triplets. Like, y'all need to understand, the triplets has a very particular relationship. They know everything and anything about them. Why Hunter broke his phone? And I'm talking about Ethan's brother. Why he broke his phone when his phone was fine the same night? What Ethan's brother had to hide at all, if any. Has anyone asked the question if Ethan's brother could be one of the killers? No one dare to ask the question, did Ethan's brother have any reason to kill Ethan? And he utilized a situation that he knew that he was about to happen. And if you ask me, some way, somehow, he could have known that something was about to happen in that house. Some way, somehow, he could have known who was the target in the house. And these the great possibility that, yeah, we're going to commit this crime. And you know that the Greek life in the university going to do everything and anything to protect themselves. It's not that the school and the university in Moscow PD has the intentions to individually protect Jack Decor or anyone else that could have done it with him. Because again, they don't care about nothing besides the money. They don't care about the victims. They don't care about the killers. They only care about saving the reputation and fame of the University of Idaho. And that there is enough that if you know in the heart of hearts, because legends, the urban legends from their own university, the students have end up dead, and the university with Moscow PD brush it under the table. So if you already know as a student that that's going to happen, and you have a problem with your brother and bickering with your brother, big enough for you to utilize an opportunity of knowing that someone is going to kill your brother's best friends, and it's a chance that everything will get covered up, as you well probably know, you might take that chance to kill your own brother for whatever reasons. It could be family money. It could be a will. It could be grandpa, grandma's will that he said, hey, I don't know nothing. It could be a grandpa, grandma's will. The Ethan was the full, it was one of the beneficiaries, and it would be a less amount of money for everyone else. And someone gotta go. Was a family issue within the Chapins. And again, I'm not saying that Ethan was a target, but he could have became a target soon as someone knew that Kiely and Maddie were about to die that day. And here we could have a Ethan's brother with a reason to kill his brother, and of course that would be concealed. Then now we could have an Ethan brother being more friends of Lush, of what was the name of this guy that fought with Ethan? I forgot his name. It's been a while. But he was like Lush or something like that. They fought with Ethan. So let's say Loach. All right, thank you, Amanda. Appreciate you, Loach. So who tells me that Ethan's brother were more of a friend to Loach than to his own brother? That has happened before. That has happened before. It was a case not long ago of a brother and the friend of his brother picking on the other brother, and then the brother, it was allowing the friend to bully on his brother to a point that the friend of the one brother pull a gun in the face of the other brother and pull the trigger, and the other brother didn't do shit about it. So the friend of his brother killed his brother and didn't do nothing about it. And they were both part of the bullying to the other brother. What tells me the hunter didn't have an issue with Ethan big enough that he wanted him gone. And then now you hear Loach, Jack Tico, Jake, John Jack Showalker, Adam. You hear all the boys talking about it like, nah, fuck that. We're going to kill him today. Fuck this shit. This bitch is going to play me out. At the same time, she make the other bitch play you out. In the same way, you know what I'm saying? And they all together, because the more people that you have involved, the more people you have to protect. So they're going to make sure there is a lot of people involved, because the more people involved within the Greek life, the more chances to conceal the crime you have, because then now, you know, by default, the Greek life gonna know everything about it. Scott Green gonna know everything about it, because it's the only way to protect you, and he's knowing everything about it. Because if we don't know everything about it, while we lying, we could snitch on the reality of the case. Because why? Because we do not know every detail. So you cannot fabricate a case to protect someone that you don't know all the details about it, because while you lying, you could actually expose the truth. That comes when you don't know the truth. This is how we come to the conclusion that we understand that everyone in power within the conversation of the Idaho 4 knew all the particular details of it, because it was the only way to frame Bryan Kohberger. It was the only way to frame Bryan Kohberger. Okay, so we know the truth of how it really happened. So we're going to have to conceal that, and we're going to make our own story to then cover this shit. But again, the only way to go about that is knowing the truth. Kiely said, DM said in one interview that you could hear everything in that house but never heard. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If we could hear the screams all the way into a camera of the neighbors, that means everybody on that block heard what was going on. Everybody of the immediate neighbors, they knew what the heck was going on in that house, or at least had an idea of it. They knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. They cannot hide that shit. That's why the footage from 1/1/12 is muted since 12 a.m. I think all the way to 2:27, which we hear the very last of the screams. Kiely said, it's like all the characters are sketchy. Every single character. Amanda said, Loach, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Caitlin, Loach, Pete, and David. Big shout out to the ladies. Very so much appreciated. Let's continue.
Number of things in common.
Question. Is it really far-fetched to believe that in today's world, the government could frame someone, not just to solve a case, but to keep the public on a psychological roller coaster? These catastrophic events aren't random. They're strategic. The suspect is carefully selected, so the story is believable, repeatable, and emotionally gripping. Sudden violence, combined with uncertainty and nonstop media saturation, creates fear, prolonged fear. And when that fear is sustained long enough, it reshapes how people think.
He went into that home with the intent to.
That's why you see it reshapes how people think when you have a whole bunch of big content creators and YouTube true crime making you chase your tail, telling you a whole bunch of stupid shit for you to believe, and you actually believe it. My point here is that how can you say that you are interested in a criminal case or you are a true crime aficionado when you don't have your own discernment of what could be happening? Like that only makes you research, that makes you look into details, that makes you look into different possibilities of what could have should have be. But you could tell in a way the legacy media and some true crime content creators, most likely the big YouTube true crime content creators, are very liable for like the bullshit that they push about this case. Like, I don't care what legacy media is pushing. If it doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense. The problem here is that in every crime is a story. If the story don't make sense by default, it just don't make sense. You have to then for yourself think about what could be the possibilities, and while listening to the available information, and if you are good reading between the lines, then you'll be able to get the discernment to actually understand what could be happening. But you cannot take my word or anyone else's word in YouTube true crime as it. You can't, you have to listen to multiple people. You have to listen to multiple angles. Like, in other words, if you have this one YouTube true crime content creator that you get all your true crime from, I cannot take your opinion as serious as someone else that actually listen to multiple people, multiple sources, and then could come up with your own conclusions. Because then that comes the content creator bias, because you a fan. Oh, I'm a fan of Jay and Bree. I only listen to the tip of the spear, Jay and Bree. All right, so that's on you. You listen to Jay and Bree, you don't listen to no one else. That means that you really don't have the capabilities of discernment. You're not capable to take and analyze things from multiple sources and then take your own conclusions, because you only go to one true crime content creator that is your favorite. Well, you do not know if that content creator actually has a good heart for it and actually pushing the right information available at the moment. Amy Conway say no sense usually means not true. Right. Touche, sister. Touche. No shit. What's your theory on the case? Everyone listen to multiple people, especially in this case. Okay. No shit. Cool. Bye. 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 Amy, you keep doing this. Amy, what? You did it again. I know, and I know how to. I don't know how to. She know that this is what happened every time. Like I'm trying to get someone else, and she goes right away, like and jump on it. I click on the person to get the person the fuck out of here, but she commented right when I click on that other person. So instead of clicking on that other person, when I thought that I click on that person, Amy commented, so I end up. I'm sorry, Amy. You know this shit has happened before. I'm so sorry. But no shit, Sherlock. No shit. No shit, Sherlock shit. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Amy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. 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 Salty. I'm so salty. I'm so salty. Mea culpa. Mea culpa. Mea culpa. Mea culpa. Remember, this is the big channel. This is the big channel. Over here, you know what I'm saying? Over here is where it's at. Over here is where it's at. And you know, we only have one troll. One troll. And you see, won't you think that if you take a loss in the way you took it, you're going to leave the champion alone? But no. What's happening here that you got embarrassed as never you have getting embarrassed before? No one treated you like I did, like you a piece of shit. No one better than me treated you like in the way you deserve. So again, Jrod on point PTSD and Jrod syndrome and all these other shit. Listen, we in the big channel. You know this is gonna happen here. You see, I think that's why I like the small channel. Yeah, and I suggest please make sure everybody go and subscribe to the On Point Rican channel. I like the small channel because I think because it's a small channel, the trolls is like, nobody gonna see me picking on him. It's a waste of time. Fuck it. Whenever he go back to the big channel, then I get on him because there's more people there. Like you know for a fact there's gonna be more people there watching than. Come on, stop it. Let's continue.
And the result, the public becomes so afraid that they're willing to support the execution of an innocent person based purely on media perception just to feel safe enough to sleep at night, even when the evidence doesn't make sense. Because once fear enters the room, logic leaves. Take a DNA test, send it to a lab. Now your DNA exists inside a system. And suddenly, the possibility of being framed for a crime you never committed isn't unthinkable anymore. Similarly, when you look at the Idaho slayings, there are striking similarities to this newer case out of Ohio that deserve closer examination. In the Ohio case, the man arrested was the ex-husband of Monique Tepe.
Just like the Idaho students, the Tepes loved to throw parties. And parties mean visitors who learn their way around a house and maybe how to get
So you see how they try to use the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case as reference for other cases. So then now, what legacy media is going to say if ever the truth about the Idaho 4 comes out? What they are going to do? How they are going to approach the true crime community about the Idaho 4 if some way, somehow, the truth about this case ever do to come out. You know how much people gonna look stupid? And I'm talking about your favorite YouTube true crime content creators looking stupid. Like it's some YouTube true crime content creators that have put their credibility and name all the way to the throat. In other words, they have assumed and they have shared thoughts with the community that if the truth ever comes out, we are gonna look to those true crime content creators like, you piece of shit, I hate you. Because that's what's going to happen. So now, is those content creators gonna start losing subscribers? I don't think so. Because you see, it's not that I don't have no belief on the true crime community. It's not that. But I don't think the true crime community have the guts to stick to morals and principles. And when you see that YouTube true crime content creator, it don't matter how many subscribers he or she have. But as soon as you see that one true crime case that you were looking for, their opinion, you start seeing like, oh my God, this book came out. You know how many people thought that Jrod on Point would have got exposed one day because he pushing a whole bunch of bullshit narrative. Oh my God, he believed that Bryan Kohberger is innocent. Oh, what a monster. I hate Jrod on Point. What you think now, you dumb son of a bitch? What you think now? Fuck the book. It's many other shit in this case that will tell you outside of a fucking book that Jrod on Point was right on point. Why the fuck I'm gonna call myself Jrod on Point and then I'm not gonna be on point? I'm gonna be here talking to you about a whole bunch of yak. And then I'm gonna sit here and fake a persona. Do you know how many YouTube true crime content creators fake like they are the most nicest people and they talk to you so nice and polite and they, oh my God, they big words and try to look sophisticated and and all this plastic shit. Oh, do you like to have a content creator like myself? They make you feel right at home because you know I'm not faking a motherfucking thing. Oh my God, Jrod on Point is not adequate for true crime. He's so rude and he cursed. Fuck you. Suck a dick. That's my motto. That's my motto. I have no gifts, no fucks. Ever. About what anyone say about me in true crime. Because you know, at the end of the day, y'all the ones looking super stupid. I'm a small YouTube true crime content creator, and believe me, the people that is here is the people that he has to be here. It's the people that he needs to be here. It's the people that wants to be here. Okay? It's the people that is here that I appreciate so much and very much. Amy Conway said the leaked stuff I heard on the channel was BS. The person doesn't even know what they talking about. Like to hear so. Like to hear so. Amy Conway. Kiely said, I'm right at home. I'm chilling. I'm about to take a nap. Big shout out to Amy. Big shout out to Kiely. I appreciate y'all very so much. Let's continue. I'm not going to keep y'all for too long because I want to leave some energy for tomorrow. It's a long weekend. It's a lot to talk about. Let's continue.
Get in and out of a house, and maybe where the cameras are, and how to control the alarm system. And like the Idaho students, the Teppis were killed in their bedroom, apparently between 2 and 5 a.m. Both killers left witnesses behind in the wake of their attacks, roommates in Moscow, and the Teppis' children in Columbus. The victims.
All right, here's the problem. And I think I already got to the point that y'all understand what I'm trying to the image that I'm trying to bring to you about this. First, you try to use the Bryan Kohberger case as reference to a case that the ex-husband did it. What that tells you, I'm not saying you're not smart, but if you smart, what that tells you of legacy media utilizing the case in Ohio to compare it to the case of Idaho 4. What's the missing link? What's the missing link? What's the missing link between two cases? The one is Bryan Kohberger that don't have nothing to do with the killing. Bill Thompson said himself, I can't even put him at that house. I'm glad he signed. And the Ohio case that he was the ex-boyfriend. So now you tell me, if you have two cases that are so similar, what you think is the problem with the Idaho 4? If the case in Ohio is so similar to the Idaho 4, in the case of Ohio, it was the ex-husband, the ex. What we missing from the Idaho 4? Jack DeCoe. I appreciate y'all. You know I always do this. I like to bring it full circle. I like to build the puzzle. I like to build the puzzle to let you have it. What is missing is that you comparing the Ohio case that the ex did it to an Idaho 4 that the ex possibly did it. So if the cases are so comparable, how in the heck we have Bryan Kohberger as a guilty man, a total stranger? When we know 9 times out of 10, the people closest to you that says that it loves you is the people that do it to you. Big shout out to everyone watching the Jrod on Point. I'm very happy to be here, spending time with y'all for a little bit. We're gonna be live tomorrow in the On Point weekend. Remember, this live stream is gonna be here but also it's gonna go to the On Point Rican channel. You know, I'm chop it up, chop it up. You know, I'm not uploading no more videos here. Like, I go live in this channel, and that's about it. To have a live experience with my audience here in the big channel. But I like the new channel better. It's a smaller crowd. The people that is always there, you know, Amy Conway, Jane, Kiely, Cindy, you know, everybody else that goes. I suggest you to please make sure to subscribe to the On Point Rican channel. You could find the On Point Rican channel on my homepage here in this channel. So find the On Point Rican channel, and then you will find me. Like, listen, don't waste your time commenting on here. I'm gonna tell you right now, do not waste your time commenting in this channel. Go to the On Point Rican, comment over there. I reply to you over there. You will find me over there on the On Point Rican channel. You're gonna see new uploads, daily uploads. You're gonna find me in the comments. But here, this channel is just for live purposes. Just live purposes. Coming here, show love to the people that is still subscribed to this channel. And that's about it. You know, I come here, kick with Jrod, have a good time, and then from here, we send it to the On Point Rican channel, and it's gonna be there. And we're gonna have a good time at the On Point Rican channel. And tomorrow we're gonna be talking about the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case and the On Point Rican channel. We're gonna talk a little bit more into the broken plea, and talk a little bit more about what Amy wanted to talk about. I know today it was like a topic that I wanted to talk about. In a way that the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case is being compared to other cases, when the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case cannot be compared to no case at all. You'll see why pretty soon. So big shout out to Amy Conway, big shout out to Kiely, big shout out to everyone that came to the live stream and show love. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to the On Point Rican. And as always, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're gonna take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself, so you'll be able to love and take care of others. As always, your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, the yin to the yang go, ting to the tango, the numero uno, Jrod on point. I love you. I'm gonna see you tomorrow on the On Point Rican channel. We're gonna talk about a little bit more. I had to come here to show some love, and as always, peace.